It is Sunday the 4th of December and it is absolutely freezing. It's not as cold as yesterday morning, but it's still really cold. We've got an easterly wind now. Up on the milking parlour, up on the spring unit, here's a cow who's waiting to come in. We've milked about 4 or 5 sides. They're really slow moving. Right, here's down in the parlour. This side we've just put on. Before I better put the side on before I get the camera out. This side here going out. Really laying off on milk now because we're going to dry them off on about the 23rd. 22nd, I reckon. 22nd or 23rd. Might do it over 2 days and might do it in one hit. We don't know yet. Let's see what goes like. They're milking really well, too well. We want them to like calm down. So we started putting a bit of hay in them and whatnot. Getting them to lay off. Cow's gone out. Now this parlour here is very open. You can see that's the light front. So the holder front of the parlour is open, the holder at the back of the parlour is open. So you can just about see the cows along the sides face there eating. A bit dark. We've only got lights in the actual sheds and a light on the front of this parlour here. And we've got these big spotlights on the parlour. That one there, we've got one on all 4 corners. And then we've got 3 round lights in the actual parlour. What a great. I put them in every parlour now. So I put a parlour in each round lights, they're spot on. Really nice and bright, like LED. Light everything out, see everything looks nice and clear in here. Because it's so bloody cold, this is what I wear this morning. I've got my hat on, my hoodie, got these gloves, waterproof gloves. I've got my arms down. I don't usually put my arms down, usually I'm up in all wearers. But this morning it is bloody breezy. I've got some cuffs, I'm going to put them on. Got them out down my house at the moment, so I'm not going to wear them this morning. Got the odd high cell counter on dump bucket now. We ain't got no calves, so we throw the milk away, what's a bit of a shame, but there's nothing else we can do about it. This one here coming really high cell count. It's all about keeping the cell counts and back scans down now for the last bit of milk. Because the fat is coming in really high and talking like 5.6. So that's the highest I've seen for, never saw it that high last year. But this year it's nice and high. I reckon it's because the silage, the second and third cut what we're feeding at the moment is quite stemmy, dryish stuff, and that's helping it out. So yeah, we get all our bonuses with the cell count back scans down. We're gonna have a nice bit of money to wrap the year up. Right, just open that gate, let cows in. Come on in. Come on. I've got to drive them in, they're full up. Come on. There we go. Come on. They're going in not too bad. And I've got to drive the odd one or two out. It's because they're getting fat. When they're really fat, when they're all heavy and calf, they don't like squeeze in. If you've got a wig-wag grill there, see, they've got like slide into it. Alright, I'm going to start putting the units on. So the cows are in at night and they're out in day now and again. There's another whitetail counter there. But they've been in the night and look at this. This is nice and clean. Teach the spotless. Another one. Nice and clean. They're looking good. Some years horrendous point. Like if you have like a real wet one round about now, it is hard like to find a dry day to dry them off. And they come in really shitty too. Because they're on deep litter, they're like, and they eat outside and then go in and lie on deep litter, so they take the rain in. You want a whole lot under one cover really, like we got down home. So now cows are nearly dry. We're putting the teat dip on, spraying the teat dip on with air, putting it on neat. So like, so it gets real thick. I like it coming in the next milk and really orange. Look at that. But to get it to go through this pipe, we've got quite a long pipe, so we've only got one pipe in there to do the whole lot. You got to put glycerine in with the teat dip to like make it a little bit more liquefied. So don't put no water in it at all. We just put glycerine in with it. So we buy a 3-in-1, but then put it on neat and put glycerine in with it, and then it comes down. Glycerine comes in like a 1 gallon pot, and this is a 200 gallon drum of teat dip. And then we put that in together, and then you leave it about an hour, and then it'll come through this pipe of oil without blocking it up. So get them good all under their belly here, so you won't put loads of it on. Help protect them. And then when they calve, we sometimes use, like, depending on what the weather's like, if it's really wet, there's moisture really. If it's dry and cold, it's alright, or if it's just dry, it's okay. But if it's, say we have a wet one calving, we use that like protective barrier blue stuff what you dip on, but then you have got to wash it and peel it off. Right, it's sort of like, it's like a blue barrier over the teat, and then when they come in for milking the next milking, you've got to like sort of wash it off, and it comes off like goo. Go on in, out, out. Right, this is the silage calf over here. I don't know if you can see it or not. We are getting back through the silage quite quick actually, that's a bit worrying. We do love this silage this year. We like it a bit too much. Yeah, they've gone mad on it this morning, so it might be a bit sketchy in the spring. We'll see. Right, I'll just show you our deep litter sheds. So they built up a little bit with straw. I think clean them out once. So if I'm going to clean them out about 3 days before dry off, so we have a few layers of straw on it. You don't want to clean them right out and then put them on the next day. Right, this is one of 3. They're big old sheds these are. Do use a hell of a lot of straw there, that's the problem. But it ain't too bad being organic because you want a fair bit of muck put on the ground. So they've come in and sat down straight away, because when I bump them on the sides now, like that, in a parlour, you can feel some massive calves in them. But like, knowing like the bull didn't go into the 1st of May, so nothing's going to calve really till the like 3rd or 4th of February. Might have 1 or 2 early, but about 3rd or 4th it's going to start to kick off, or maybe a little bit later. They you've got another like good two months, 2.5 months. In January is a long time. That's 5 weeks in January. It always feels like a right long month. Straw, I see. On the camera it looks really dark, but it's quite light in it. This straw is real nice, dry. If we could have this every year, it'd be spot on. Some years is a real hassle. See that? I ever lie down on that. It's one good thing about deep litter. No, I choose cupels every time. It's cupels so much easier and better. But with deep litter, if you've got a cow down the sun, then like they've got more of a chance of getting up there. In a cubicle, you've got to lift them up out of it. And then when you drive your cows around for milking, you literally just walk in here and drive them off. You ain't got to go down through cubicles raking or anything. I know you've got to get a straw chopper out and straw out, but it's all tractor work. So it ain't too bad. You just got to clean them out all the time, every 2 weeks. And that 2 weeks does come around pretty fast. Let's go back in the parlour, do a bit more milking. I've knocked the cows right off on Kate now. Only a little ration. So much they're getting about 1/4 of a kilo just to make them come in. So I finished the cake deal now, and I filled out all the bins. So the next time we buy a load of cake, it's going to be about £630 a ton. And I was on about 370 fixed for a whole year. We've got to get a lot of hot water into the parlour, like real hot, circulating this time of year, because the milk is so fatty. So when I'm washing out, make sure it's hot, especially it's cold weather. That's really hot. We don't circulate too long. I like short washes, but quite frequent. Sometimes I'll wash out halfway through the day, wash out their night plant. But this year it's been alright. Fatty milk tea makes the pipes slide off. It sticks in the pipes. So you want real good, like we put Dettaclean in, and really circulate it around good 10 minutes and then take it out. It is Sunday afternoon. This is my setup for this afternoon. I'm up on the spring calving unit. I've got the G115, what was down on the autumn farm all week, but we've got them up here now. Tom's got the G125 down on the autumn unit, again, autumn spring. Autumn down there, spring up here. Straw chopper there with straw. This is the worst shed we got straw down. He's really muddy. I think they all got in there because of easterly wind today. But the other sheds, what we've got, put a bit of silage in there for the cows, digging a bit out of self-feed. The other sheds are like this. Well, I don't think it's too bad. We've got to chuck some straw in there, like, you know, keep them happy because they are doing well at the moment. The straw here, nice golden stuff. We're going to put 2 of those in. The cows are in day and night now, and they will go out now and again the odd day when the weather's good, but I think it's going to be too cold this week. We don't want to kill the clover off because this is all coming. Put 2 bells round twice a day at the moment. Sometimes we put 4 bells round in the morning and then leave them in the afternoon, depending on what work we've got on. But it's working all right doing it the way it is at the moment. A little bit more work, but it's like, I want to keep, if it's working right, we keep it the way it is. So Emma just done the self-feed wire, ready for this afternoon. This straw chopper here is slightly different to the one at home. This is an 8500, so it's slightly bigger. He's slightly wider. He's got the mud guards. It's got lights on the back. So when you go down the road, because we go on the main road with this one, because we've got some animals down the road. He's got a slightly bigger drum, I think. He does chase through a bell really fast. So you can put 2 of these in side by side, but it is a little bit tight. So we don't, now and again we do, but I just tend it's easier to pick 1 bell up. We scoop all the bells up, like down on the other farm. We scoop up. These straw choppers are probably one of the best things we ever bought. Got my wheels on. We did contemplate getting one what goes on hydraulics, but with wheels it's so much better because you can just hitch it off nice and quick. And like those with wheels, I could reverse that anywhere. If we had a set of thin cubicles or something, I could reverse straight down through with those wheels on, no trouble. So I choose wheels on the chopper at any time. The 115 here, he's a good little tractor for this unit. Rarely gets used in the summer, see, on this farm. Like only for, like, you know, lifting a cow out and stuff like that. It's all grass fed. So the self-feed here is ready to go. Again, a bit out in the racks, but that's going to be it for this week because we're going to put hay in to try to dry the cows off a bit because we're still giving 3,000 litres a day out of 315 cows. So we're averaging about 10 litres each. So we want them to drop off a bit because it is getting near a dry off now. Because the first one's going to drop this February, and we'll probably get a few before that. So there's Emma there. She's going to milk the cows this afternoon whilst I do the outside jobs. I'll probably go in halfway through when I finish this. Very fast milking at the moment, so she'll track on alright. Right, that's the second bell put in. So 2 bells straight. There's the cows. Coming out of the parlour on a self-feed. Running out there. Straight on that. We're getting back through it quite quick. That's a bit worrying. Because you never know what spring's going to be like. Usually we're about 2 bays. I have to start writing as I shift the wire back, I start writing the date on the wall. So I'm going to have to do that now and again. Bit of silage in the racks there for a minute. It's right there. Shed here. Put a bit of straw and then I'm going to put a bit more around the gateway here. So I can track on alright, like bending down and putting a bit of grub in now. Because the cows right there on the self-feed. I've got these double gates shut here. So I can, like, you know, track on with these sheds and whatnot. Sometimes, see, I'll clean them out and, you know, do that whilst Emma's milking in the park. Right, here we go. Just going to put some straw around. And just reverse back in the shed. Good thing about these sheds being high up, old grain stores. Drive around with your loader in the air and not worry about knocking a load of Yorkshire boarding off. Right, so he's back near the back. Turn the PTO on. Grab about 20,000. Right, so that's the rotor going now. We've got the swivel head here, see that? Swivels round. Now I'm going to put the conveyor belt on. relatively slow. I don't want to block that straw chopper. And then I'm going to swivel the head round all over the place, chuck the straw in the shed. So the first year we come here, straw down by hand the first year. Just come out here with a pick and do the whole lot by hand. I don't know how on earth I got through the winter. Right. So this is where we save on straw, see. I like cubicles, I'd rather have cubicles up there, but they're not. The sheds aren't designed to put cubicles in. These sheds, you have to knock it down and start again. These little sheds ain't too bad on this system. Wouldn't want Holsteins on this system. No way. It's the highest yielding cows I want on this like D-litter system.